This is Father Byron, and this is Homilies for Busy People. Today, we actually get to see in the Gospel a very interesting image. We get to see a method of God's madness. We get to see how God thinks and the invitation that God makes to all of us as to how to be a follower of Him. And it's not easy. It's kind of nasty because it really shows up the worst of human condition. Hate, misunderstand, strike up on each other's cheeks, mistreating, all these things. And Jesus Christ, He is telling to all these people that, yes, this is people at its worst. And still, He says, forgive them and love your enemies and pray for them. I think that Jesus Christ is basically in this parable describing all of us and how we tend to be to Him or to others. We are the ones that sometimes fail time and again. But still, even though we can become enemies of Jesus, Jesus still chooses to love us, to forgive us, to give us another chance. Because God sees sometimes the things in us that we cannot even see ourselves. And He stands by them. This gospel, this weekend, is very complicated and it's very complex because I think it is a description of how God deals with us. By seeing not the worst of us, by seeing not our mistakes or the poor decisions that we make, but actually by seeing us the way God sees us. I think the world will be so much better if we embrace this method to God's madness. Because we will see things differently. And Jesus will not have to preach this today. So let's give God a chance. There is something wise, there is something life-giving, there is something liberating. When we embrace this, when we pay attention to this, and when we realize that even though, yes, sometimes the worst of the worst can come out of us, God will not pay attention to that. But we'll always see what we're really worth it to Him.